Hello there, my spooks. So today I am still working on my filming area, so I still can't film main videos that I want to do, and I'm still waiting for some special effects to come in so we can finish our first horror short. It's been hell fighting with the post people to get our packages delivered right. Okay, so what I did was I was talking to some of my old co-workers from this old store that I used to work at in the mall around here, and they suggested that I share my oddity stories from working in retail with you guys. Since there's an abundance of stuff that truly happened to me, of course me, all the weird shit happens to me, I decided that I would break this up into like a mini series and just talk about the weird shit that's happened to me. And feel free to share your retail stories in the comments below. And if you want, I feel like maybe I might feature one of your stories at the end of the next video if you have any to share. So that would be fun. And it doesn't have to be retail stories, any odd stories with working with the public. Mine will be mainly retail though. So yeah, this will be fun. The first thing is, where I live is a very small area, and our mall isn't really a mall. It has like one thing in the food court unless it's Christmas time, and like I think, 6 stores now? I don't know. After I left that place, I've never gone back. But it was my first real job outside of working for family friends. Before this, I worked at a restaurant in my high school years for a family friend. They owned the restaurant, that's why I got the job, so it was really nerve-wracking for me to have to go and get interviewed by a stranger. So here I am, overthinking things, get myself freaking nervous. I get to the store, I go in there, I'm like, okay, gotta do this, I can do this, you can do this, spooky. And I get into the office, and this woman's on the computer, her back's turned to me. She calls me into the office. I sit in the chair, getting nervous, my palms are all freaking sweaty, having an anxiety attack, trying to calm myself down, so, I'm deep breathing. She turns around. This legitly happened, guys, and this is the HR that hired me. She's in her desk chair. She turns around, and like how fucking Beavis would be like the great colonel. She freaking turns around, goes like this, and goes, "I'm bizarre. How are you today?" Puts her hands down and says, "Let's get started," and started the interview. Now, I was trying so hard not to laugh because when she did that, all I was thinking about was freaking Beavis and Butthead. But it was hilarious and a great icebreaker. I don't know if she did it on purpose or if she was just truly that bizarre. But the interview, needless to say, went smooth as pie. Smooth as pie. Why would pie be smooth? Why is that a saying? Is that a saying? Is that the right saying? I think that's the wrong saying. I feel like I'm not really good with those stupid sayings. But anyway, it went well and I got the job. And I was there for almost 2 years. So, I get in and training day was amazing because we had to train on the registers. But unfortunately, there were so many of us that were starting on that one day that some of us had used the registers that were out on the floor to do our training. And even though there was a paper that read training in progress, so people with common sense would see that and be like, oh, okay, your register isn't open, wouldn't bother you, so you can continue on with learning the register and all that stuff. I had a line from my register all the way into the cosmetic section of the store, which was a good line. And even though I would tell them, and the manager of that department would tell them that I was just training, people would get mad. They're like, well, we've been standing here for hours. Well, you see the freaking sign, guys. And even I was trying to speak up, and they would ignore me, and they would just be like, well, can't you just open the register and cash us out? No, I'm training in progress. And I knew from that day that it was going to be very, very, very freaking interesting. Now I'm not going to go in chronological order. It's kind of weird because I do remember such things in chronological order, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to shake it up a little bit and tell you just different blips that come to my mind. The best one that ever happened to me was I was the only cashier in my area. I was in intimates and children's. And, I was setting the displays up, and this nun, yes, that's right, N-U-N, nun, with her, with everything. She was in her nun clothes. I forgot what the hell you call that. Habit? I don't know. Well, she shyly comes up to the counter, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I go around and I, ask her how she was, if she found everything okay. Here, this little nun was buying thong underwear. Now, I'm not going to be the one to judge. Maybe nuns need to feel a little spicy too. Maybe she needs to feel good about herself. Maybe they're comfortable. I don't know how uncomfortable nun clothes were. I wouldn't think that they would be that uncomfortable, really. But hey, you know what? I don't know. I'm not a nun. And, I could tell that she was a little bit nervous about buying this underwear. And I didn't really want to make her feel bad for getting this underwear. So, I was just minding my own business as if I didn't see what it was, scanned it, put it in the bag, double bagged it for her so people wouldn't see what the nun bought. And she looked at me and went, "Thank you for not making this more awkward than it already is." And from that day on, she came back to me to buy thongs. That's right, people. I had a nun as a regular to buy thongs. It was pretty interesting. Now, this next one, I had this brutally honest lady. And apparently her name was Martha. She was this... I have a lot of stories about Martha, so I'll only share with you one or two right now. But when I first met Martha, it was amazing. Now, keep in mind, she's this 85-year-old woman. Petite. Sort of round, First time I met her, she comes up to me and goes, "Hey there, Trouble." I'm like, "Hello." And right away I loved her. Because I really love brutally honest people. People that aren't afraid to speak their mind. She looks at me. Looks at the mannequins. Looks at herself up and down. Goes, "You know what this store freaking needs?" I was like, "What's that?" She goes, "Short, stumpy mannequins. Because you know what? I'm short and stumpy now, and I don't know what these clothes are going to look like on me. Look, they're all tall and thin, and I'm down here all stumpy and round, and I tried so hard not to crack up. But, and she didn't care if I cracked up. She would always come in and tell us dirty jokes and all these stories, and I'll share another Martha story with you right now. I remember it was super busy and we were having this bonus sale, and the coupons at that store don't work on bonus items, and it was really annoying because all their coupons have all these stupid exclusions, and it was really frustrating as a cashier because the customers would get irate, really irate. I had a woman dig her nails into me until I bled, and I still actually have a little bit of a faint scar mark of where her nails went. I don't know if you can see it on my webcam or not. But I have 3 little... It's crazy. Well, anyway, back to Martha. So, she brings up this item. She's been in the store all day. It's hot. It was a summer day. She's like, "It's hot in here. I want to get the fuck out of here." I'm like, "Okay." So she sits there. She's like, "Let me see if I can use the coupon." Scan the coupon. It wouldn't work. Because the item was excluded. Martha looks at me. Looks at the woman next to her, looks at the woman behind her, and goes, "Oh, frig." Just like that, "Oh, frig." And then she's like, everybody's cracking up at this point, because this little old lady's sitting here swearing in line. And she's like, "Well, I'll buy you the item anyway." So she buys the item, gives the coupon to the next person, and goes, "It better work for you." Sure enough, the item that the other woman had, it worked. Martha's like, "Don't say I never gave you anything," and walked on out. That woman was crazy, and I will discuss Martha more in the next one. I've already have 10 minutes on this freaking video, and I don't want to waste any more of your time. Hopefully, you enjoyed this video. I promise to stop saying so much when I'm more used to being in front of the camera again. If you would like to like my Facebook, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I am on my Facebook and my Instagram more than my Twitter, but I do have my blog posts show up more on Twitter because it's hooked up, so if you want to pay attention to horror reviews, go there. And please feel free to share your story about working with the public. I'm probably going to share some of my restaurant stories too with you guys. Because the public, let's face it, is really obnoxious and really, really dumb. So, yeah, in the comments below, share some of your moments. Either share it on here or my Facebook. I do read messages. I might not respond all the time, but I do read them. And if I read one that captures my attention and I laugh, I will put it in the end of the next video, and we can all gather around to see how stupid the public really is. Well, I'm out of here. Again, subscribe, read the description, that's where all the fancy stuff is, and until the next time, enjoy your day, night thing. I don't know what time it is because my laptop clock doesn't freaking tell me. Well, it's not my laptop, it's somebody else's laptop I'm borrowing, and their clock is wrong. So, with that, I bid you goodbye. Have a nice night, day, whatever it is where you are, and thank you for wasting your time with me. Have a good one. Bye.